welcome to the House of Animation. The front door is open, so do always come in and enjoy the magic of animation and join us on our journey as we discuss. Yeah, you know the rest of it. Sorry, this recording. I'm your host Ben Gilman. We were just talking about Peter Pan and the clock is that the crocodile is a clock sucker, and that's coming up. Like that's a couple of weeks time. So that's why we're laughing. I've completely ruined it. Sure. So we could stop laughing. I am your host. Welcome to this animation podcast. We are not talking about Peter Pan today. We are talking about Soul. So we are joined by Tara, Chloe, and Troy Salmon.
Hello.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
I'm just kind of doing these easy intros where I'm not having to memorize what to say because it sounds a bit more professional and it's better. So we're here to talk about Soul, the most interesting visual film ever. In terms of like it kind of goes from really good to really awful, depending on. I've never seen such a what do you call it? Like a quick transition from good animation to awful animation.
Yeah, to like literally.
Let's talk about the cloudy spunk people, like the see-through transparent spunky people in this film, because like I want to talk about. It's great to have a African American main character. Talk about Jazz, and he's a really nice character. I mean, we're getting to it now. I'm just going to get the facts. My mouse isn't working. This is a great start. This is professionalism, right? So it's from Pixar, and the guys of high quality.
Yeah.
It is about a gentleman, and I have lost the plot summary. Troy.
Yes.
Yes.
Literally, Jamie Foxx.
Joe Gardner, played by Jamie Foxx, in New York City, a pianist, teaches music class part-time at middle school while dreaming of playing jazz professionally. When he receives an offer for a full-time teaching position, his mother urges him to accept it. Joe learns a famous jazz musician has an opening in her quartet, auditions at a jazz club. They hire him for that night show. And he basically, because he's so happy, he gets distracted and dies down a manhole like you do. And the Teenage Ninja Turtles did not save him. Then that means
I know. Where were they? They all
fucking assholes. Joe finds himself. We can never cover those films. Joe finds himself as a disembodied soul. It's called The Great Beyond. So they all look like blue spunk. He comes back in, and there's a lot on, and there's Troy, can you take over because I kind of forgot my part.
Yeah, because literally, Joe Gardner, the Jamie Foxx's character, he's like the main guy. He's like, as Ben said before, the Great Beyond. They're on this kind of stairway. He sees this white mass of like particles. What's this guy?
It's a fucking porno. Everyone's spunking in heaven. No,
it's throwing me off now. So these particles are literally a mass of light. Where
should be called spunk instead of soul, shouldn't it? Soul spunk.
But yeah, so he's just like, wait, where the heck are we? Because you see these older women behind him talking, saying, "Well, go on there, go ahead, go into the great beyond." And he's like, no, I got stuff to do. I can't die here. I have to go back to my body because he's literally realized he's dead at this point, or in a coma. He's literally unconscious right now. He's like near death, on the verge of death at this point. So literally, he's just trying to run back. He's just trying to run back to his body. He's literally just running past all these people. And all these blue spirits that are portrayed in this movie, and he goes to all these different places, like the Great Before, that this kind of build up all these kind of future souls that are going to get sent to the world to be born, and he's just like, he's looking around, he's like, what the heck is going on? We've got these stringy auditors. You know what I'm saying? My favorite one is the accountant. He makes me laugh. It sounds Australian, and I'm like, he's like, he sounds so villainous but funny at the same time. I'm like, who is this guy?
I mean, he meets a soul called 22.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
Who discovers she doesn't want to avoid Earth. She doesn't want to be reincarnated. Yeah. And it's got the guy from The Office, Stephen Merchant, as a spunk. It's Spider-Man spunk. It's Spider-Man's spunky dream. And to find like it's kind of, if you ignore the messy animation, it is like a thing like of if you get reincarnated, what is your interest to go back in and like live a life? What are you good at? What do you want to do? What's your interest? And she doesn't have any. It's a very deep movie. It's a very deep like movie. It's very interesting. So she can complete her badge, so she can use it to return home. So basically, there's a zone, a place where souls can enter to find their passions, cause a trap. But it can also become a trap for obsessed lost souls who just can't break the cycle. But it comes back as a cat. Joe, so 22 takes over Joe's body, and Joe in Hape comes back as a cat. And this is where the physical comedy comes in, because I love the fact that
calico cat.
Yeah, exactly.
A fat calico cat, but it's a female cat, so he doesn't have balls.
It is interesting, and it humanizes 22 as well. And I love this Joe. Just how do you say it? I just feel it's really interesting to see a woman inside of a man's body and interacting with people and changing his life a little bit.
And a man inside of a female cat's body.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
Calico, all calicos are females, so.
And
wait, what did they call the cat, Mr. Mittens? It should be Miss Mittens, right?
Yes, and obviously there's a lot of pussy and spunk, so Tara's very happy.
A fat cat.
This is a 10, isn't it, Tara?
This is my favorite.
There were musty spunk somewhere. She would have given this a 10. If this guy Joe was like a hench big guy, this is a 10.
Yep.
This is a Korean animation. She would have given this a 10 out of 10.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So literally played by Tina Fey, 22 played by Tina Fey. So anyone knows the accent, how she's talking, you know exactly what it is. She's like a famous like comedy actress. She's really good. She's funny, but she played this part really well as well. Just kind of this, I don't care about anything. I don't want to be a human. I'd rather just stay here. Stay with the rest of these people. I don't want to go down there. I don't like humans.
Yeah, she didn't want to go. Like she's just like, oh no, I like it here. I don't really want. I'm someone that lives on benefits. I don't want to work.
Yeah, basically,
we call those people a chav.
Basically, she. Oh wow. Yes, literally, yeah. That's what she's on benefits. Like this, on like welfare right now. That's what she's on.
This is one of the best episodes we've ever done, and they also spunk themselves. So really,
I even before he went back into his body, he did not want to like help 22 out. He's like, hey, I'm gonna get out of here. Like, I'm gonna go do for this stuff and get out of here. And when she goes into his body now, and you know what I'm saying, and he has to like kind of navigate of her where to go in the human world. She's kind of apprehensive at first, but then she just literally gets into the groove quickly like that, and she kind of betters his life better than he did.
That's true. But it does have a little bit of American modernizing about life, but it's not done too badly on the. There's no romantic plot line because Pixar just refuse. But the one thing Pixar does very well is a body comedy. They always do this. This is the one thing I would call Pixar out. Maybe outside of The Incredibles, they do have a body cop film. They like Turning Red. I watched that recently. Like they didn't do it. Luca did it, but then they had a girl, so it's a trio. They are doing a really good job of trying to avoid like the usual stuff that they used to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But, this is definitely for me. It's so good to see black music represented in a film.
Yeah, jazz, blues.
Pixar have been really good, even before it was in demand of inclusiveness. I've noticed Pixar over the last, even way before, they were way ahead of the curve. They've always had really inclusiveness a lot inside of their movies before it became a thing that everyone
always had. Do. Yeah.
And Soul is a movie where it just feels effortlessly like they haven't put it in.
Yeah, seamless. Even the people who got to the barbershop.
That's the thing about Pixar. Like they're already. The thing about them is that they're quite. Where other Disney things, they're forcing it in a bit too much.
Yeah.
Like they are definitely. Pixar's always been a multicultural team. So the animation studios, at least, they've always had that. Even like with Lilo and Stitch or Moana, they have those people from the backgrounds, Mulan, where they can just kind of put that stuff there because they've got such a massive army of animators. They can go, right, there will most probably be a black Disney film at some point in the near future where they will most probably lean on their background staff to get a really good like style movie. That's the one I'm waiting on. Like this is close, but like a proper African one. Because they've done Hispanic, they've done Hawaii, they've done Asian with Raya and stuff like that, and Turning Red. They've gone really into the Asian thing. So I'm sure we're gonna get a movie very soon. This is a movie, but it doesn't go quite in there yet. So I am Enchanto.
Basically American movie, yeah, American.
Enchanto is very South American. Like they did it with what's the one that made me cry? The Mexican one. Coco. There's Luca is Italian, a European one. So I think the next one has to be an African one. I'm going to keep an eye out because I think that will happen. It will be natural because they like doing the variation now. It's not just set in America anymore. I think that's really nice. That's the one thing I can't say about Disney or Pixar. They don't go in the same spot. The only thing that I would like is the animation style takes a while to get used to.
This is it does. So you're watching it, I'm like
Visually, it didn't wow me, but in terms of the characters, it kept me in it. Like good writing can distract from shit animation, so I don't think my score is going to be affected by the animation quality. Because like I gave Akira 6, and Troy looked like he wanted to throw me into the fire because I didn't like the characters.
A bit.
I didn't like any of the characters. Joe is a likable character. 22 is quite funny, but she's not a totally horrible character. She's just lazy, and there's a difference. That's why Akira got a shit score, 6. It was lucky he didn't get a 5 because none of the characters are likable. Right? You need a good character that you can root for.
Some cases, most
this movie has it. Joe is lovely. Joe is a great character. Joe is like a nice guy, and it gets away from the stereotype of like a black man has to be fucking vicious and like a street guy, and it gets away from that. It's like Joe is a nice guy. These are the black people I know, like Troy, like friendly, like these are the black people I associate with in the UK where they're all friendly and shit. So these are like this is reflective more of society. Like it's not a stereotype. Joe's educated. This is what I see in when I was growing up in England. Like this is why I like it. Well, how do you feel, Troy, as a black man? Do you feel like this is much more reflective of black culture, like education wise, and like this is like it doesn't touch on the stereotype. It talks about jazz.
Yeah, it was obviously got into jazz, blues type of influence in the movie, and I found it interesting. I was like, okay,
but
I like that.
But it doesn't lean on the fact he's black. It's just a story about a black man. It doesn't.
It doesn't lead into all these things like going around like.
It doesn't define him. He has loads of interesting things about him as a person. We've talked a lot about this recently. Good writing. This is good writing. This is a movie where he's a character. He's not just a skin color. He's got so many other things going on. And it's good writing, and it's good diversity is there, but you're not hitting us over the head with it. You're just going, nobody's complaining about this movie. You know why? Because it's done well. It's good writing. This is what
very well done, Ryan Wise as well, and there are no hood gang garbage in there. There's none of that stuff in there, which I found interesting, refreshing.
Because most people who are black are good people, and they're not into gangs. So like the stereotype just needs to out of here. Like you know what I mean? Like this is.
It's not for too long. It's gone for too long now, but it's just like it's just I like they didn't go down that route. And just talk about the everyday life. He's like, I just want to play, man. I just want to live my life, just fulfill my purpose. Just that's it, man. I just want to live. I just want to live my life. That's it. That's me done. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too extra. I just want to do what I need to do. But at the same time, he was like, okay, so you want to play it, but the purpose is kind of different to like living your life. So I like that kind of message as well. You don't always have to do one thing. You can kind of branch out and do whatever the heck you want to do. So I like that kind of message at the end, even at the end of the movie when they said it. I find it interesting.
What I enjoy is like they realize like it's not a spark for soul's purpose, but it's like indication to live. It's about enjoying life and trying different things. So they both learn from each other because Joe decides to just try more out there things and not wait around in life. Like too many people wait around in life. You should try new things and take on new challenges. And 22 will try some new stuff as well. So like, she'll try and return to life and try some new things. And Jo won't be so afraid to make decisions, and she will come out of her laziness, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
So,
what, Tara, what? Yeah, go ahead.
apprehensive about doing stuff. 22 is like, wow, man, it's like, it's no point. It's a terrible place. I want to go down there. You know what I'm saying? Then when she went down there, she's like, oh wow, okay. But that's the thing, because she was willing to, she was gonna say she kind of got pushed to explore, but now she's like, okay, I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? That was her kind of calling, because she was a person who was willing to, once she was pushed in that situation, she was willing to do everything. She was like, why is your life so boring and depressing? What is going on there? That's the first thing she thought of, like, as his life, and she saw his life displayed like that. This guy's depressed.
I'm going to correct myself. It wasn't Stephen Merchant. It was Richard Adodare. Sorry from the IT crowd, and also Graham Norton is also very funny.
I like that.
Like seriously, he's a massive hippie who most probably has sexual orgies. He looks like one of those people.
Oh my god!
Graham Norton is loads of partners. Let's be honest. Like he's a bit of a whore.
Yeah, no, I love Graham Norton. Graham Norton's a G, bro. I like Graham Norton.
Dart, you've been very quiet. You and Troy can talk about the movie for a bit because I have. Like, what is your?
Okay. For me, I definitely like the cat, the calico cat that he was reborn into.
The cat.
Yeah, but I don't understand the ending though. It goes back to the Soul Society. So does it actually?
Hold on. Wait. This isn't Bleach. We're going to go back to the Soul Society. The Great Beyond. The Great Beyond.
Does it mean that
She pulls out like
he goes back into the
powers
afterlife, or?
Say again.
Wait.
So does it mean that he goes back into the afterlife?
Yeah, I know it's a joke.
No. He basically was there, but he came. They let him out at the end. They let him out. They said you can live your life once again. Put him back in his own body.
I see.
That's why he goes, I'm gonna try new things now. I'm gonna like just live my life. That's how I end. So he's just gonna try new things. So he's just gonna like just play music all the time. It's not his like true purpose now. He's just gonna live his life and just do what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Just explore. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because I was wondering why. Like what happens in the end that I was confused.
Yeah. So literally, it's basically what happens because he sends 22. She got her badge. She's gonna be born somewhere. She's gonna live her life, and just like he is, she's gonna be a newborn. He's just gonna like go back to what he was doing, but with a new sense of life now. He's gonna broaden his horizons basically.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, she's kind of opened his eyes to the rest of the world. Had that fun, the fun that he used to have, you know. Which he was walk around his body, he was like, this new thing, like, what's this? I want to do this, I want to try that. You need to stop like wasting time, blah blah blah. So that's what he's gonna start doing now.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to see if someone's in your body. You just like, bro, like it's like that movie, that horror movie. What was it?
Which one's that?
What James Wan movie called again? The one that he just came out of. Where the woman was with the sibling was living in her body.
Girl power.
What was it called? What the heck? No.
James Bond is no better than.
It's similar to Hereditary. What's the name called?
Woman.
No, because the one where literally the horror movie James Bond walking back and
because you won't have any women to have. Woman, no right.
Wait, which science movie? Because I want to make my point. What the heck is it? Malignant. No, that movie Malignant. But the things coming out, some creature out body. So where he goes.
That movie.
That
movie is mental.
Where he goes. You wasted your body. I should have been the one taking your life. I should have been the one living your life. You didn't live your life properly. It should have been me.
You haven't seen that movie, Spoilers for Malignant.
Spoilers. It should have been me.
Troy Salmon came to fuck all you over today.
Trust me. Hey, you listen to it. You're too late. You don't go watch it now.
You didn't put wellies on before we went in that puddle, bruv. You went straight through.
I went straight in, man. I went no loop. No loop, bro.
No babies being made today.
Straight in, no loop, bro. Don't move, bro. Straight in, raw. But yeah, just like that, because 22 was living that better than he was. As I said before, because he was kind of like, obviously when your life is wearing you down, she was like, "Why are you letting life wear you down like this? Come on now." So that's you know what I'm saying. So that's his new kind of thing now. He's come back rejuvenated. So he's gonna just
From
go.
all the spunk.
Oh jeez, yeah. That's basically
I've got one joke. I have one joke. Thank God he isn't a trumpist because he could blow the spunk away with his trumpet. He's a pianist. I can't make any. He can tickle the spunk.
Oh
As
my
you can.
God. Oh yeah, I forgot because she's funny
we
to
need
hug
to-
that girl as well. I forgot. Yeah, go the trumpet.
Yeah, spunk comes out. That's how penis works. So what do you think of the music? Like,
Nice. It's nice. Very jazzy.
Troy's offline right now. The movie, the music's really, really good, and it's got jazz music. And this podcast has gone off the rails so far. It must be all the spunk. In this.
As soon as Ben
Man,
brought
it's just-
out, man, I was like, killed.
But all it needed was Spider-Man to come in and go, "This is my dream." Okay. The lecturer's like, then you could have had Joe go, "Hold up, I hate you, Spider-Man. I'm your villain lecturer." I was like, "Well, Jamie Foxx, now you're breaking the fourth wall. Stop it." Spunk.
Oh my God, we put the.
This podcast has come off.
What happened? What happened, bro? Oh no.
I mean, we've been pretty well behaved the last couple of episodes, and it's not even Tara this time talking about sex. It's me that's decided to bring it to the table. Dear God. I mean, I think last episode we managed to get away. Oh no, sex has appeared in every episode to date of this podcast. I'm proud. Except for Akira. Wow, that's the one that got away because it's awfully boring. That's most probably right.
Oh, here we go.
So, well, we didn't joke about rape.
Akira type.
So, what are we scoring this bad boy?
Oh, okay. Well, let's score it.
Yeah, I'm an 8.
Oh, okay. So it's high. Okay, so give me an 8. Okay. 8
Extra points for the Calico.
Yeah, you're giving it 8 for all the pussy on the show. That's fine. And Spunk,
Calicos are the best. Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not a 10. I've made that joke before. It's a 9.
Give it a 9. Okay, Ben's giving it a 9. All right.
This doesn't at least get top 10. It would be a shame, but I think we've got so many movies because the 10s might have just pushed it in out of top 10, which is a shame.
I'll give it a 9 as well.
For a score of Spunky 26, that should get it in the top 10, but I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when Troy does his homework, because that's going to be really interesting. Might just get in at number 10, maybe. If the top two are 29, it might just fall out the top.
Oh, yeah, but no.
But anyway, it's goodbye from me. So you should go before we throw you down a manhole, cover it into the world of Spunk, because then you're going to have a lot of jizz, and you might be the father of quite a lot of children. So it's goodbye from me.
Bye. Bye.
There's also pussy down there as well. Tara, would you like to say goodbye?
Yeah, I say goodbye.
That's it. Right, bye-bye. Have a good day. Spunky kittens.